Greetings and salutations, friends. Better late than never. Listen. Two things. Firstly, I need to update the calendar stuff and add little thingies on screen, which I'd forgotten about. And secondly, I'd overestimated the size of my mouth in comparison to a grilled cheese sandwich. It happens, chat. It happens. It's just one of those things that occur occasionally. It was really delicious. I kind of want another one, but then I'd just be a fatty, so, you know. Occasionally, one must control oneself, even if one does not necessarily have the desire to do so. Go. Let me know how loud the music is in comparison to everything else. Everything looks like it's supposed to. Yeah, all of the audio bars are roughly where they should be. Yep, looks fairly decent. Microphone's audio has probably reset itself again. It's entirely normal. Music could be a touch softer. There you go. Tiny touchback. I want you to hear it because it's good too. This, by the way, is coming from a YouTube channel by the name of White Bat Audio. I highly recommend it. It's got some excellent synthwave tracks that just makes for perfect background music, I swear. It's excellent background music, and so thematic to virtually everything I touch, too, which is great. Hexy, late, and Swedish. You don't know. You don't know. Now then, the Chained Choir. Let's see, are the bars obscuring anything particularly useful? Nah, not particularly. Calendar tracking, let's turn that on as well. That is sort of, kind of obscuring something mildly useful. Kind of? Right, where would we even move that to where it doesn't obscure anything on this fucking screen? That's a great question. We shall move it, I think. Stop that, you dumb little thing. That one. Holly, you have a hard time picking the correct thing, don't you? You go away. And we'll move it down there. Yes. That's the least important stuff obscured, so you can keep a track of the calendar as well. There you go. Right then, the Chain Choir. We need to take on the confederation of, like, what? 3 nations. That is going to be tough, especially as they have a lot of companies. A lot of companies. I'd really like to get some more companies on the field myself, but industrially, I don't think I can afford it. I genuinely do not think that industrially I can afford it, so we're going to have to just suck it the heck up, I think. Simple as. Suck it up and deal with it, and see if we can deal with it. The rest of the situation in the world is largely unchanged. The goddamn save game decided to crash again, as per fucking usual. I swear to God, I need to learn the lesson at this point that you just need to finish the Hearts of Iron campaigns in like one sitting, practically. Because if you leave it for a week, something will have gone wrong. Caesar's Legion is a tiny bit worse off, quite a bit worse off actually, than the Black Lodge, so that could be a problem. And Lanius is underperforming, lazy little bitch over there. Yeah, I'm not liking the Black Lodge, but I'm sure the Canadian People's Frontier will be able to deal with them no problem, so shouldn't be a problem at all. Now, I'm gonna sit on my ass for just a tiny bit longer, because I really want to produce, like, a little bit more fortifications here. I'm gonna give myself out December, then I really need to start attacking, because my position is not really getting all that much better here, if I'm to be honest with you. I gotta get started before these motherfuckers get even more stuff built up. Bearing in mind, these three nations have been sitting there researching, building up their stuff, enormous stockpiles, not fighting wars for like 10 years, 10, 20 years or something. They got a lot at this point. They got a real lot at this point, so the sooner I get to dealing with them, the better. There. 1st of January. There you go. I did get some battle blimps. Look, battle blimps, chat. Now, you might not think that battle blimps would be all that useful, but you'd be surprised. Even just having like a few air support units, big deal. Big deal in this. Really big deal in this. So I'm hoping they'll be carrying their weight. I would like to use frontlines, chat, but I don't have enough units to like cut the front line evenly, and I don't trust the AI to not randomly start moving shit when I need it the most. So we are going to refrain from it. All right. Here we go. Let's see. So the plan initially is going pretty simply to try and get some step forward, basically. To get a little bit of a move on into this area, which
fire is the answer.
Honestly appears the least heavily defended. God, I am outnumbered. I am badly outnumbered. But I did take quite a bit of time to fortify the front line, so there is that. And my special forces are pretty gosh darn good at this point. So they are going to cut through them like a knife through butter, at least some part of the way. We get that weird bug occasionally where your units are only fighting part of the enemy's front line. That's mildly upsetting. There you go. Look at that. 10, 12 damage. Oh, yeah. Battle blimps, man. Battle blimps. You might laugh, but you'd be surprised how good some battle blimps are. Continue that. I really could use some, weapons. Reverend Norse, this is a donation for you to play Male Ventru, also known as yourself when you play Bloodlines, because you are a Ventru personified, Red Sonja. So we're starting off the bid war for factions there, are we? Oh god, that's gonna be a whole thing. Very well, Male Ventru. Male Ventru. So, we will be playing Bloodlines this Christmas. The only vampire clan I am going to take off bounds, basically, is going to be the Gangrels. Is the Gangrels? It's the Gangrels, isn't it? The bestial ones? It's the Gangrels, right? I think it's the Gangrels. The bestial ones, because playing those guys, that is like playing an entirely different video game, which is really, really cool. And I highly recommend doing a Gangrel playthrough for your second playthrough, but not for your first, because again, they are an entirely different video game. An entirely different video game. With very different focuses, very different goals, very different objectives, very different playstyle, very different play flow, very different just about basically everything. So, we'll hold those off for now. Right, we are chewing through them here. I'm tempted... Fine, we'll use our Psychic Stream. I was kind of holding off on using that, saving it a little bit, seeing if I could maybe use it a pinch more strategically, but very well, we shall yell at them. I don't even know if I can get through here, because they are going to be able to pour in a truly awful amount of reinforcements, but... I'm also pretty much just thinking that, okay, they can pour in a lot of shit, but I can really hurt them horrifically badly here. If they want to get all of their units on the front line here so I can bomb them right opposite my best troops, I mean, I'm going to inflict a lot of damage on them. And probably thin out the rest of the front line. Well, 5 companies. I don't know if I really thinned it out quite as much as I was possibly hoping there, but... Mercer Holt for $200. Thank you very much, sir. I'm just dropping by, putting this to whatever fund you want. Also, here's a thought I had after chatting with my father about Judge Dredd game, which is that Solomon Kane is also a perfect character for a video game as well. Heck, it screams for a God of War Resident Evil 4 layout. Oh yeah, Solomon Kane would work excellently.
Service guarantees citizenship.
No doubt about it. It will work just fine. Nosferatu. Yes, that's the one. Nosferatu, yes. Next, stick to the sewers. Well, Mercer Holt, since we're talking about bloodlines, vampire bloodlines, if you do want a specific clan, well, you might want to send it towards that. That would give you a pretty damn good chance of getting the clan of your choice. Right, okay, we're through. Fucking fantastic. Now, the question then becomes, can we get any further? Well... not yet, we can't. I mean, they can counterattack me, but the slaughter will only get a lot worse if they do. Alright, you guys, get in there. Let's move 3 companies over there. The rest of these companies, continue your assault. Come on. This is hardly the most, you know, subtle breakthrough attempt I've ever made. It's hardly the most, like, ingenious pulling feints and doubling back motorized troops rushing forward. No, this is just me going like, hey, listen, the only truly offensive powerhouse unit I have are my special forces, so I am going to use those as a very blunt object with which to bash you over the head, and pretty much just kind of hope that something squeezes through.
Service guarantees citizenship.
Despite the countless further companies that are currently flooding in here. God, I wish they were... I wish they were opening up some other, you know, options for me here. Some other route I could potentially take, maybe. Some weakening of their defensive line, but they've actually just got enough shit to pretty much keep it all covered. Well, special forces are doing an absolute number on them. The only question is if they're doing enough of a number on them. Cancel that. Cancel that. Yeah, we're not going to get through there just yet. I mean, I would love it if you'd flood yet further units in there. That'd be excellent. Can I get in there? I don't think so, but let me... Let me try to give them something else to worry about for a second or two. Units are gonna need to recover. Yeah, it's just no. Like, my regular units just do not have offensive force at all. Nos, Nosferatu. Nos makes you stick to the sewer. Malkavian has insanity spoilers. That is pretty cool, yeah. Nosferatu are walking masquerade breaches, so you can't let people see you. That's exactly it, yes. You gotta stick to the sewers at all times, which, again, makes it a very, very different video game. A very different video game. Oh, God, the amount of shit they've got. How about that? We have at least a couple of special forces companies down there. Yeah, I am not at all sure how I'm gonna get moving forwards with this, I will say. Not at all certain. I might just aim to try to exhaust them on the defense and then lunge forward with special forces, hoping to create a decent breakthrough somewhere. Come on. Let up your offensive. Just a little bit. There you go. Right. And yeah, no. I do not have offensive force with any of my regular units. They just do not have offensive force. Nothing that even so much as resembles it. Now they have, by shifting their troops, given me a potential little window here, though. I wish I had my psychic stream still. Reality backhand, even using paragliders is better than no air support in this mod as far as I can tell. And have fun. Oh yes, unironically. Like, air support is a big deal. I gotta remember, when air support... Oh, here we go. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
Service guarantees citizenship.
Right. Possibilities. Shore that up immediately. Here we go, here we go, here we go. Shore up that breakthrough. Toot sweet. Am I in danger here? Probably not. In fact, if you want to waste resources attacking that, I'm fine with it. Here we go, here we go, here we go. Crush those. Toot sweet. I need to kill some divisions. If I can kill some divisions, then we've got some hope. Yes, surround the little shits. There we go. Yes. Yes. Right, let's free up those two special forces companies in the south. And I should be fine here. Yeah, more or less. As a halt, Clan Tremere. I like blood magic. Also have to go now that my lunch break is up. Have to drop off 41,000 pounds, 410,000 pounds, 400 of cheddar cheese at a distribution center. Take care, everyone. Take care as well, Mercer Holt. Have fun. Have fun driving your truck. I'm sure you enjoy it. People don't become truck drivers if they don't enjoy driving trucks, after all. Right, Tremere, 250 then. Advantage Tremere. Unironically, Rever Norse is correct though. The first time I played the game, I played Ventru because, yeah, I took one look at Ventru and it's like, me. That was a good playthrough. And I played Nosferatu once as well, and oh boy, Nosferatu is really fun once you know the game. Once you know enough about the game to like maneuver through places, oh, it is great because it is unironically a completely different game. Like, it revitalizes the whole game experience. There are not a lot of games out there where you can truly replay the game and like get a genuinely different experience. There's many games that claim it's like, oh, hey, it's like I got really high like replay value. Most of the time, that's more or less bullshit, frankly. Vampire the Masquerade, no bullshit there. No bullshit there whatsoever. That game actually has incredible replay value. Right. With that, we have managed to destroy like 7 or 8 divisions and 2,000 manpower, which is very, 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 very nice. that is going to make things a little bit easier. I'm probably going to get pushed back here, which is annoying, but not the hugest loss in the entire world. The question then becomes, where do we go from here? Where do we go from here? I think we go here. Because that is weak and vulnerable. Yes, screw you. And how are we doing? Are we holding on? We're holding on. Lovely. Just keep holding on. That's all you need to do. Just keep holding on. Speaking of, is there anything useful I can do? Send a manual prospectus? Yes, keep doing that. Guerrilla tactics. I can get another core. Good, let's... Guerrilla tactics. Speaking of guerrilla tactics, chat, ooh, 30%, why yes. I'm sure some of you, at least, have probably noticed the intriguing little thing. Oh, that's a lot of dudes. How did you get that many dudes in front of me that quickly? I'm upset about that. How the actual fuck did you get that many dudes in front of me that quickly? Right, well, smash them apart first. Smash? Smash. Really don't like extending the front line in this particular direction, but... I'm a-thinking it needs doing. We had an interesting video today. Ooh, you are beginning to bleed out a little bit down here. About the woke right wing. Oh, now that will be very intriguing in not too long, I think. Like already, like I said in the video, the woke right is a terrible term that we need to not use to describe what is happening right now, because it is an awful term. It is a terrible term. Woke means now something specific. For so long, we were trying to get an adequate definition of what was woke, because otherwise our opposition could go like, oh, what does woke even mean? Oh, ho, 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 you don't even know. And without having a functional definition, we couldn't really argue with that effectively. But we have actually got a definition of woke now. We have a not only functional, but actually rather good definition of woke. It is approaching the world and its problems through the lens of intersectionality. That is a fully effective and functional definition that strikes to the very core of what they desire from their politics. And it is specifically left-wing politics that does this. So if we were now to start using woke as simply a pejorative, we're kind of giving up all of the good stuff we did with that, which would be unequivocally retarded on every single level. So we need to not be using the term woke right. It is dumb, and we should reject it. That is, however, not to say that there isn't going to be a section of the right wing that will be very, very tempted to start using left-wing tactics. And that is also something we should look out for. This is, we are entering into an interestingly turbulent time right now, where the new... What is that quote? You know, there's actually is it a Gramsci quote? I don't think it's actually Gramsci. I think it was attributed incorrectly to Gramsci. What was it? The old world, the old order is crumbling, the new order is struggling to be born. This is the time of monsters, or something like that. I am paraphrasing heavily here, but I really like that saying. even if it was invented by an Italian socialist. I really like that saying because, yeah, absolutely. When you enter a period of great political upheaval, when you're beginning to look around to a shifting cultural paradigm, that is the time of monsters. That is when everyone should beware, because all kinds of strange things are likely to happen. It's an excellent saying. Even again, if it was invented to refer to something less excellent and less realistic. Uh-oh. I have the... Oh, hello. I am working with the smallest of margins here, which is not necessarily encouraging. Right, get another 3 companies in there, start rotating in men. We're holding, but we gotta make sure we are continuing to hold. Spoiling attack to the south? Tempting. No, let's reinforce the north. I'd love to push in there to do some more spoiling attacks on them, but I do not, I believe, have the manpower to do so with any degree of safety. Common weaponry, nice. A bit late to really help right immediately, but it will help quite a bit eventually. Of course, I'm gonna need a lot more production capacity to truly make use of it. Let's just get building. Military, military. Fuck, I'm not getting through there. Right, cancel that. Damn it. There's just nowhere for a guy to go. Reinforcements coming in. Good. We're making progress down here. Might be able to seize it. 8 fucking companies. I'm not getting through there. Keep circling in there. I do not want to have a breakthrough. Now, you should not be going through there. That is dumb. I wish I could see the number down there. 4, okay. Defensive positions. Raciverse had a similar take like Night. That woke right is a bad term, but it describes a real thing. He, however, specifically targeted the global neocon types being the traitors. Yes. See, that's the thing. It absolutely describes a phenomenon that is and is going to happen. Because, well, it's simply just utilizing morality to browbeat your opposition. That's, at the end of the day, all it is. Something that the right is just as guilty of as the left. So it is a real phenomenon that we must beware of. But, again, woke refers to something specific. And if we turn it into just a pejorative, then we do exactly the same thing as the left wing did to the word Nazi. We make it into a word bereft of meaning. And any term bereft of meaning is, of course, well, kind of fucking pointless, isn't it? That is why we need to be very, very careful about it. We need to be very concise and precise when we point out what exactly is the quarrel that we have with the right wing when the right wing starts looking at entertainment. Oh boy, yes. Yes. Do I have any special forces I can use for this? I don't. Fuck. Let's see if we can clean these three out. Right, bring the three special forces companies back. And we will use those to clean that out.
Service guarantee.
Bring those over there. We might be able to take Oklahoma City as well. Two companies up north. There we are. Exactly what is happening now is that the right has come to ascendancy. And the right is now looking at all of the tools of the left wing, and they are remembering how those tools were used against it. And the right wing therefore picks up the ring and thinks to itself, why shouldn't I use it? Why shouldn't I use it? I am morally superior to the people who use this power incorrectly. The problem of this power wasn't that it was a bad power, it was that it was used wrong. I will wield this power with authority, with morality and purpose, yes. I will usher in a new glorious age.
Service guarantees citizenship.
Because that is what every single one of these fucking political directions think when they themselves gain power. It is as tiresome as it is predictable as it is retarded. And it doesn't seem like we're going to be able to avoid it happening again now, which is unfortunate. And hey, this is the thing too. It's not that there isn't a conversation to be had. It's not like there was a conversation to be had with the left wing as well. Initially, there absolutely was. Like, okay, let's take like the most charitable interpretation of the left wing's position, right? The left wing is worried about women's rights. Okay, fair enough. What are your worries in pertaining to women's rights? Like, what are you worrying about? Well, I think the rape rates are too high. Like, okay, let's look at the rape rates. Is there anything we can do? Or like, well, I think women are doing too much of the housework. Like, oh, all right, let's look at that and see if there's anything we can do. There are reasonable discussions to be had with the left, and then they went insane. And there are now reasonable discussions to be had with the right as well. Like, okay, you're worried about porn ruining the minds of young people. Fucking fair, absolutely. We can talk about that. We already have restrictions in place, in fact, to limit its distribution to children and so on, obviously. But then, as is all too often the case, people go crazy with it, and they just want more power. Say, well, you know, I don't think this is good in any circumstance. I think this is all universally immoral, and so we're going to have to ban it completely. It's like, oh, right, I see. I feel like I've heard this song and dance before now. You're beginning to remind me an awful lot of the last time we had this discussion about banning things. River North, seen woke right used on two different groups. Firstly, by people like Lindsay and Kissin, against people who question liberalism as if it is the way forward. To be fair, that is definitely a question we should raise, yes. Then I've seen the Christian right labeled woke right in the censorship debate, but they already are the Christian right. They have always been there. Yeah, no. Like, we really should simply refer to them as we used to do, the conservative Christian right. Mr. Personality, moral Puritans, exactly. Reverend Norse, those two and this 120 sec towards then true. We are doing fundraising for what clan to play in Vampire the Masquerade chat. We're also got the funds on the little currently running things up on screen right now. There is Artax. The difference is that it's just when used against someone who wielded it themselves against someone who didn't. I'd agree if it's used against people who never used it in that way. Torka. Ah, see, now that again is another part of this, right? Okay. We have been given the tool of censorship. Right. Is it inherently immoral for us to use the tool of censorship against our political opposition? No. Why? Because they used it first. This does, in fact, justify its use against them. For the extraordinarily simple reason that it will show them, oh hey, I actually don't like it when this is used against me. Wow, maybe a lesson could be learned here. Exactly. But does that make censorship an inherent moral good? No, obviously not. There's the thing. There is subtlety in here. There is degrees. There is levels of justification and correctness that we need to investigate quite seriously, and for probably a fair long term, honestly. Oh, God, I am so glad I have these fucking blimps. I am losing a lot of them, and they are stupendously slow and expensive to replace, but they are doing so much damage. They are doing so much damage. So much damage. They are making this a lot easier. They are making this a lot easier. And there's the problem as well, right? Because this is another thing. A lot of the people who started using these tools the most aggressively and liberally on the left, well, a lot of them used to be Christian traditionalists themselves. And then they switched side because they saw which way the winds were blowing. A lot of the people who will use censorship, that will use banning, that will use suppression of speech, a lot of them, very simply, are just bullies. Just pure and simple bullies who will go wherever power leads them. This is again why you often see the exact same symptoms repeated on the left and the right, because the reasons for using those tools, personal power and authority, well, they remain intact. They are right there, exactly the same as previously. Nothing changed in that regard. Now, using morality to browbeat your opposition, that hasn't changed. That is the exact same weapon, and it will often be wielded by the exact same people for the exact same purpose. Now we're talking. Now we're fucking talking. Okay, 2 nice big surround battles. Another 5,000 captured and killed there. 7,000 pieces of equipment destroyed or captured.
Fire is the answer.
They really need to increase the capture rate, like, massively, in my opinion. The capture rate should be, like, I don't know, tripled or something? Because there really is no way to get a decent amount of captured equipment in this game, at all. Like, you get, like, 3 or 4 or 5. You should be capturing so much that at the end of a war, you should have, like, the option to be like, oh, I would actually like to equip, like, an armored division with just, like, captured French Hotchkiss tanks. Because that is literally what the Germans did. They looked at all of the hundreds of French-led armored vehicles they captured and was like, there's gotta be some use for this shit, right? And there was. They converted it into all kinds of kawaii little pseudo-semi-improvised weapons, like the Stuka-Sufus, for example, which was a variant of the walking Stuka, the Stuka-Sufus, which used the Sonderkraftfahrzeug chassis. They slapped 260mm rockets or something absurd like that on the sides of a was it a Hotchkiss or a Char B? And it's like, look, artillery. It's like, well, fair enough. It's orc artillery, definitely, but it is artillery. You're not wrong there.
Hello, sir.
Hello to you too. Right, okay. You are going to move in and hold that open, and you guys are going to continue straight forward so that we can cross that. Oh, that doesn't do what I thought it did. I was like, oh, if I just take that crossing, I'll isolate all the enemy units. That's not how that works because, you know, there's stuff over there too. They could just, you know, walk around. This achieves precious little of what I was hoping it would. Begin applying some pressure there. Leave a couple of units there. This is a bit risque, but I feel like taking the chance. My Psyche Scream isn't off cooldown, is it? No, of course not. That would be far too convenient. Now, another part of this conversation as well, which is going to be a big part of it, in my opinion, is the not so much the justification of like, okay, is porn bad? Okay, let's say, for sake of argument, that porn is bad, right? Okay, we agree. Now what are we gonna do about it? And they're like, well, we're gonna ban it. Is that the best idea? Is that even actually a solution? Like, okay, let's say that we ban pornography. Where it's like, okay, no, you can't have it. What's gonna happen next then? What is going to occur? Well, what's going to occur is that people are gonna look at this thing that you are denying them and go, I want that thing. I want that thing, because that's what always happens. Look at prohibition in the United States, for example. You can't have alcohol. And everyone's like, actually, I can. Actually, we're going to build an entire thriving underground ecosystem around this. Fuck you very much, senor. And that would be the same thing that happened here. In fact, it has already happened in other countries. Norway tried to ban porn for a while. Like, we've tried to ban everything, to be fair. That's not the only thing. We've attempted to ban pretty much anything between heaven and earth at some point or another. And you know what happened? It created a massive black market that was so profitable that law enforcement became irrelevant. Where did you go? Where did you go? Where'd you go? Where did you just disappear to? Wait, don't tell me there's some kind of escape route here I didn't see. No. No. Hey, there is, isn't there? Wait, do they have... No, they don't. Do they have... How? Oh, there they are. Okay, fuck, thank God. I was panicking there for a moment. Like, where the hell did they leave? Did they just walk through the Republic of Texas territory and out the other side? Because that would make me upset. The scoundrels found something.
Service
50 infantry equipment. Hi, Gauls weaponry? Gauls weaponry? Gauls weaponry? Okay. What does that give me? I have no idea. Oh, there we go. Mass drivers. 786 days. Okay. It's a while off. We don't need to worry ourselves with that immediately. Okay, fair enough. Still, cool. I like I like Gauls weaponry, so I'll take it. It's just not something I'm going to be able to take advantage of immediately, that's all. But right, like I was saying, it created a underground market that was thriving so well that it became unenforceable. There was a guy who sold porn magazines in Oslo, our capital. He would drive to Sweden, where porn was legal, and he would buy porn in Sweden. And he'd buy it by the truckload, right? Just load up the entire van and drive on back to Norway. And the police would stop him and be like, hey, you know this is banned, right? He's like, yeah. Okay, we're gonna find you and we're confiscate all of your materials. Like, okay. And he turns around, goes back to Sweden, buys another load. He had a shop, a storefront. Everyone knew he was selling porn. And every time the cops would just shout like, oh, dude, come on, you know this is illegal. And they'd take all of his shit and he'd drive over to Sweden again and get some more. That's how profitable it was. There was literally no enforcing it. Literally impossible. That would happen here as well. And furthermore, even beyond the could you even enforce it, the answer is no problem. Should you enforce it? Like, what is the moral benefit, or like the benefit of artificially enforcing virtue, right? So we agree that porn is a vice. Fair enough. How should we deal with it? Well, we should ban it. Okay. So we are forcing virtue upon people. Well, firstly, they're probably going to rail against that, which is going to make them far more likely to do it. And secondly, doesn't that then defeat the entire purpose? We are trying to get somebody to behave in a way that is virtuous. But by doing this thing, we are instead pushing them in the exact opposite direction. We are instead pushing them in a direction that will encourage them to be unvirtuous, to embrace vice. Oh, I turned on the night thingy. It looks good, but I hate it. Yeah, no, exactly. Like chat just said there, virtue isn't virtue if it's forced. Precisely. And you're not teaching any lessons here either. You're not teaching the person like, okay, this is why you shouldn't consume pornography. You're just banning it. The person in question learns nothing from that. He's not going to come out of that and go like, oh, so that's why I shouldn't do it. No, all he will look up at you and see tyrant. That's it. Pure and simple. Like, banning things, it doesn't work. It is not a fruitful way of controlling anything, honestly. Well, no, there is one thing it does very well. There is one thing that banning things does create in plenty, in absolute abundance, enemies. That is something that banning things does bring about. Lots and lots of people who really, really disagree with you infringing on their freedoms. There you go. There's the one thing that banning thing does, that banning things creates. Enemies. And hey, I feel like... Oh, I should have read that. Fuck. I feel like the last decade or so has I don't know, I feel like we've had enough of that. I really feel as if we've had enough of enemies and fighting now. Like, we've finally defeated the people that are genuinely awful. Can that not be enough? Like, can we be done now? Can we be finished? Must we really now pick up... Like, must we really now turn to our brother and go like, don't pick up the gun? Like, no! I will pick up this pistol. I will shoot myself in the head with it. Like, must you? Is it absolutely necessary that we go through this again? And it's just going to be the same song and dance as last time. It's going to be the exact same thing. Okay, listen. You shouldn't do this. Why? Because we literally fought a civil war over why you shouldn't. It doesn't work, it isn't effective, it isn't beneficial, and eventually the power will be used against you. It's like, I've heard all of this, but unlike the left, I will never lose power. Like, I hate it. I hate the fact that we're beginning to see the vague outlines of this starting all over again already. It's like, Jesus. Can't we at least have a good 10 years before we gotta get going again? Give me a break. Right, on the bright side, it'll keep me employed for another 10 years, so... bright side of life. Call me Cross has been a member for 3 months. Thank you very much, sir. Membership monies to Nightmare Moon. To Nightmare Moon. I shall add that. That is goal number 1. There we go. The Zartak, yeah, fuck the fair weather friends. Talker. Exactly. The only people who are worth anything are those who are sticking with you through thick and thin. Those are your actual friends. Hexy, at this point, the gooners are so annoying online, I just want to see them get mad, so I am against them. Why are you doing this? I wish to annoy my opposition. Well, you know what? I honestly view that at the very least as a virtuous thing to do. It's like, why are you doing this? I'm upset. Okay, fair enough. That is something. And hey, that was the fundament of a lot of the opposition to the left wing as well for quite a while. And another beautiful, beautiful little surround. Right.
Fire
yes,
is the
there we
answer.
go. Yes, you're running out of dudes now, aren't you? You're getting a little upsetty spaghetti now, aren't you? Yes, you are. Yes, you are. This war wasn't actually that bad. It was basically a war about cracking through the initial enemy defenses and getting those first few surrounds going. After that... Lanius, you big, fat, useless failure! Following bloody skirmishing, reports from the Red Sun City have confirmed that the Hangdog troops have captured Castra Sol Rubium, headquarters of Legat Lanius' military cohort. Whether it was an open battle, through guerrilla tactics, or if the legate had the same failing of the New Mexican butcher is yet to be determined. What is known as the Legate's headquarters in the eastern half of Red Sun City has been overrun, with legions cut down and gunned down as they flee. Surviving members were executed for cowardice in the few instances they returned to Legion lines. Lanius, you useless little shit. What are you doing to Caesar? You're ruining his plans, Lanius. Fucking useless, Lanius. Useless. Useless. At least Caesar's Legion is still alive and kicking. Actually, not too worried, even if they get a few minor breakthroughs here and there. It shouldn't really matter that much, but I don't want to soften the front line too much. Come, no. Renault's Day 1 ban prawn. Day 634. Prawn is now anything lewd. Day 832. We're chopping off the classical statues ding-dongs and supergluing fig leaves on the scars. Then true. Yep. Well, that's another one. Yes. No, we kind of, we already know where this will end up, and it will end up with, with statues with fig leaves. As that is the reason that a lot of the statues, the ancient antiquity statues, have little fig leaves. It's not because the ancients were like, oh no, penis. No. If anything, the ancients were like, fuck yeah, penis. They quite enjoyed their ding-dongs, actually. It is because a particularly mad pope saw some of the classical ancient statues and was on a bit of a puritanical binge and was like, I can't have ding-dongs around me, and went around just smashing them. And people then tried to repair them as best they could after the crazy bastard vacated his position. The kingdom of God on earth. Once been a dream of Daniel, today's God kingdom on earth has come to pass. The Mormons have declared their domain desert, as their ancestors did when they established themselves on the banks of the Salt Lake, a safe and prosperous state that follows much the same borders as Utah did before the Great War. It's not been an easy struggle for the Mormons to get this far. Having lost New Canaan to the White Legs, it took much sacrifice for the Canaanites to re-establish themselves among the tribes they once preached to, and even more sacrifice to return to their homelands. Truly, the Canaanites are blessed by good fortune, if not God, and in a nation setting their eyes on Utah lands face a daunting enemy indeed. I don't even know where that is, but apparently they're having a lot of fun up there somewhere. And yeah, no, that is another thing as well. Before we can even start on the debate of, like, what should we do with porn? We're gonna have to start defining porn, because, immediately right away, you see them go like, oh, you know, I'm not against sexy women. It's like, okay. What do we define as sexy? Well, big boobs and big butts. That's awfully left-wing of you. You sure? Yes, it's degenerate. Degenerate. I feel like that's another term we've heard before as well. Now, I am very heartened, by the way, by the response to a lot of this too, because as far as I've seen, pretty much everyone that has taken the pro-censorship stance, or the pro-banning stance, most of them have gotten blown out the water, which is rather remarkable. Lower town, if that's fine. I would have expected it to gain more traction initially, but it might very well be that the more the conservative religious right overestimated their power here. Like, they had a lot of winning with Trump. Trump sweeps it all. He has a massive victory, and everybody looks at that and goes like, "Well, Jesus Christ, look at that. That's amazing." And then they start feeling confident, and then they emerge out in the open a little bit too soon, perhaps. Their subversion not yet finished, because bear in mind, it took the left wing a long period of subversion. Ooh. Why, thank you for all of the stuff. I'm very appreciative of it. It took the left wing a long period of subversion before they started acting overtly. They were taking over economics resurgence. Nice. They were taking over institutions by covert means a long time before they started going like, no, you must agree with me or else. The right may have overplayed its hands. I sure hope so, because, Jesus, if we could get out ahead of this and just choke this entire thing in its cradle immediately, wow, that'd be amazing. Being able to deliver a double rebuke to both left and right, to boop both of their snoots aggressively, and just like, no, just be normal, goddammit, stop it, just be normal. That would be the dream. That would be the pendulum stopping. Oh, that would be amazing. That would be amazing. I'm not sure if I'm optimistic about that just yet, chat, but it would be pretty great. There. Now there is nothing more but simple dimple remnants ahead of me. Lovely, 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 lovely. A cunning desert fox. My word. What a cunning little desert fox I am. Entrenchment speed, always good. I mean, I feel like everything around here is gonna be desert, so yes, let's pick the cunning desert fox.
Hello, sir.
I could probably just roll forward now.
Service guarantees citizenship.
But do I really wish to engender useless casualties? Not really.
Service guarantees citizenship.
Move the Special Operations Divisions over. Establish the front line, and well, we can probably roll a little bit. Pull back some of the troops so as to alleviate the pressure on our supply net a little bit. Dizwiz not picking Malkavian while playing Vampire the Masquerade. Crazy. Wow. we'll put Malkavian in there as well for what, $2? W something. It's blue, so I'm presuming $2. Sailor Moon Smoke Break. Long-time fan, first-time live stream watcher. Hello, glad you could join us. This money goes to Coco Hekmatir, for she's loco at arms dealer. Coco Hekmatir. Wait, is that the one from the... God, I can picture the anime.
Heresy's the question. Fire is the answer.
But I can't for the life of me remember its name. With a little brown kid in it? Is that one? Little brown kid? I know that now might not necessarily be the most descriptive of, stuff, but... I feel like it might be the one. Alright, my lads. Rolling time. And then I guess we might look at the hangdogs with hungry eyes. The hangdogs or Texas? Right, make sure you push across that river as well as fast as possible. And start capping objectives. Rolling, rolling, rolling. Hooray! James Coon, I never understood the point of banning something like corn, since there are rules and standards put in place. When you put it underground, black market, where there is no rules or standards, any girl. Any girl. Any calendar girl, I'm
Fire
presuming.
is the answer.
Because I was about to say, like, that makes any girl a victim. I was like, yes. See, that is another thing as well. Like, you want to see the really sick shit start to proliferate? Well, make all pornography illegal, and that's when you see the really interesting shit start popping up. Like the really, really interesting stuff. Wait, can I not go over there? No, I guess maybe they've got a fleet somewhere or something blocking me. Bastards. Having boats is cheating. I don't have any supplies. You should be more than able to roll them up with a little real resistance. Careful now, don't start getting units cut off. Be silly of you. Better to regulate it, because that way you have control over it. It's generally my same point of view as with prostitution. Prostitution is another one of those things that is a vice, a mortal ill, and we should absolutely bring moral condemnation down upon it. Sure. Yeah, so through trade routes, nice. But people should still be free to engage in it if they so desire. And by making it legal, you make it regulated. By making it regulated, you make it safer. By making it safer, you make it less harmful. By making it less harmful, well, at least you can make it somewhat less, vicious, more virtuous. See, even then, like... Even then, the idea of a vice, sustained pressure, I don't know what that is, but I'll take it. The idea of a vice is something that is human to engage in, that you deny yourself for a greater purpose, or for a more moral purpose, or a higher purpose, or however you would like to call it. And particularly considering that the male part of the species has been biologically programmed to wish to coom inside anything that it can catch, that is actually one of the greater things to deny oneself, which makes it virtuous. Mechanics and duty might start working on tree again. Gator. Tree? Tree again? Gator? Tree? 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 I'm confused now. Alright, also need to know, yes, wanna huggy gator. Let's see. Ow, not that one. Gator added. And, we'll add the 10 to the anti-Deathclaw fund. Even though at this point I fear that the Deathclaw is very thoroughly entrenched. I believe the battle against the Deathclaw may already be lost, chat. Now, you want to talk about degeneracy. There you go. The Deathclaw. There's your degeneracy right there. Maybe we should ban the Deathclaw instead, yes. Perhaps that would be virtuous. Perhaps I am warming to the arguments of my opposition. Perhaps there are some things that are too bad.
Heresy's the question. Fire is the answer.
Tulsa shall be mine. Tulsa King's a very good TV show, by the way. What the fuck am I even on about? By the way, Tulsa King, very good TV show. I felt like the second season was decidedly weaker than the first, honestly, but still very, very good TV show. Sylvester Stallone stars in it. Very cool stuff. That wasn't too bad. That was actually almost somewhat handleable. Alright. Wasteland pacification for one and all. How was I doing in the air? Researching both of them. Fantastic. Advanced circuitry? I can't learn myself that. It's too complicated. It's too hard. Too difficult. Too advanced. Well, I am looking at the hangdogs a little bit hungrily. The hangdogs or the provisional government of Texas? I'd probably like to regroup and restore my infrastructure a little bit, though, first. Upgrade my weapons and all that. 240. Nice. Okay, we shall use that to actually upgrade some of our stuff, finally.
Service guarantees citizenship.
Infantry recovery rate would actually be kind of cool. Probably. Popular forces. Give them one. Old school tactics. Planning speed. Max planning. Political power. Division organization. +2. Absolute +10. Political power game -10%. I'll take it. Party popularity stability modifier. I shall take that too. Kirov reporting. Division support blimp. If a sheep of rice, that won't cost the entire month's air budget by itself. I don't want that. Remember, every old scanner with arm-piercing shells, give me complete installed fired rocket launch to increase gun crews, destroy most gun targets quickly, especially in a barrage of rockets and shells. I do like the sound of that. Detrimental to bomb load, but will increase air attack to 33. Not bad. What's the air attack of a monoplane fighter? 12. Damn, that is low. Damn, that is low. But the entire point of my little blimpy limpies is kind of just to blow the shit out of stuff on the ground, so... I'm thinking tactical anti-armor blimps are the way to go.
Sir.
Tactical anti-armor blimps. I can't imagine anything more useful than that. Right. Withdraw yourselves to other positions. Mush mush. Right, speaking of the mush mush, it's probably about time to start considering what's going to happen with Texas in the not too distant future. Ismail Thompson, I just got here. What game is this, and what is our topic for today? Well, we have been talking about the censorship nonsense, the woke right, and how terrible a term it is. The big spend, look, 10,000 gains core on the big spend. Yeah, why not? 10,000 people dragged off to feed mother. I like it. I like it. I always like feeding mother. This is Hearts of Iron 4 with the Old World Blues mod, which is an absolutely excellent Fallout mod. Absolutely excellent Fallout mod, where you've got like half of America now, which is really, really cool. You got Caesar's Legion, you used to have the NCR, you've got some Brotherhood of Steel, the Provisional Republic of Texas, you've got Aztecs, aplenty, you've got the occasional AI like Montezuma down here. Is Santa Anna, Napoleon of the West, is still alive? Ma'am. Yeah, I do believe you have, I think the Enclave's been wiped out of the map already, but there's the Enclave there too. It's there. It's just dead right now, but it's there. Trust me, it was there once. It's just been eaten by the other psychic slavers and necromancers that cover the place now. An awful lot of them, I tell you. All right, more cores. Oh god, that is so expensive. That is so unbelievably expensive. The fall of Shukikalka, an unforeseen catastrophe. After a long and arduous campaign against Nuevo Aztlan, ex-con Tiaxlopotlepileplan forces have finally carved their way into the mountainous capital city of Xochipilco. Taking control earlier today, mountain warfare units as well as special operations forces were engaged in heavy fighting with the Eagle Warrior Cult and Jaguar Warrior Cult soldiers, who were deployed in an effort to buy Nuevo Aztlan's elites and civilians time to escape the ensuing bloodshed. Rumors among soldiers the front report heavy street-to-street combat, as asymmetric warfare completely engulfed the city. For some extant Tlaxotlotl units, bayonets and hand-to-hand combat became almost as if not more common than ranged firefights. It remains to be seen whether the effects of Aztlan the Lifebringer, Aztlan the Legendary, and Speaker Yesenia have created a nation that can survive even these dire times, or if Nuevo Aztlan will submit itself to a dark fate and future. Yeah. It's not looking great for them. It looks like the AI is currently eating them. They should have built more anti-armor weapons, what can I say?
Heresy
They really should have.
Fire is the answer.
I really do need to. From Atticus Army, I really do need to get these fuckers equipped with anti-tank weapons too. There. Can I afford that? I hope so. I can. Right, thank God. We really need some anti-tank weapons in these units. Study the music. Local population, 10,000. Wow. What am I doing with all of these bodies all the time? I keep abducting tens of thousands of people and dragging them home to Mother. One's almost beginning to get a little bit suspicious as to what's going on at home. Almost. Just almost, though. Just almost. I'm sure it's something perfectly wholesome. I'm sure it'll be fine. Heavy monoplane fighter. What does that do? It gives me 2 more air attack. Wow. Well, it's 2 more air attack is 2 more air attack. What can you say? Advanced kit. Now we're talking. Now we're talking. Tactical anti-armor brimp. Oh, I can create a variety. It's nice. 2 a month. Wow. Expensive, these things. Damnably expensive. The real Zartag bans work if you can convince the people it makes sense. That's the key difference. For example, absinthe was successfully banned for ages. That's true. like, why can't we have lead in our pipes? Because it makes you fucking insane. There you go. But I don't think we're going to be convincing anybody that pornography is going to be quite as devastating to them, by and large. That Reeve guy, when the degenerate is banned, the clown is next in line. When the clown is banned, the free man is next in line. You can have full freedom or none. Yep, largely. Ben Drogon, sorry, I missed you. Anime you're looking for is Jormungand, a small brown soldier, PTSD lesbian and arms dealer who hates guns, and Brit, who keeps getting shot in the duck. That's the one, Jormungand. That's the one. Didn't like it, actually. I watched it, and I was like, I mean, this is cool, I guess, but I really kind of hate it. Still watched all of it, somehow. Another minus 10,000 people, eh? But another research slot, so whatever I found in those 10,000 carcasses must have been pretty fucking illuminating. God, so many people are just disappearing. Oof. Awfully suspicious, that, but I'm sure it's fine. I'm sure it's fine. Begin fortifying the shit out of that border. Ha, boy. What do you say, chat? Hangdogs or Texans? A biker gang? Basically, barbarian biker gangers. Or the power-armored Texans. Actually, it might unlock another tree. I think it does once I finish once I finish Mother's body. Once I finish Mama's final form, there might be more missions. A 4th research slot, though, is really nice. I wish I could get a bit more advanced tech, but unfortunately, you know, some boats would be really useful. I'd like to get some boats. Some boats would be great. I can almost afford the thing, too. The scavengers found something. What did we find this time? Infantry equipment, old world radar system. Ooh, neato cheeto. The ritual. Birth of a god. Oh. What exactly have we been cooking in the basement? Well, hello there, Texas. Hello, hi. Fuck. God, okay. I'm not really ready for a war with you just yet. I just finished another war, you see. I'm kind of in the middle of Waking Mother. Return disputed territory. I'm not really ready for war. I'm not really ready for this nonsense. Now, we'll definitely stop building those. Gosh darn it. That's a lot of territory, though. Not necessarily the most valuable territory, but... Can I take on Texas right now? I'm not sure I can. Now, they are justifying a war goal against Republic of Texas. Can I even redeploy troops in the, 10 days I'm given? Paris. I mean, if they're gonna... The thing is, I think they're gonna have massive air superiority on me. And that means I'm just gonna get fucking smacked regardless. Justification to go to war. Thing is, I'm pretty sure they will go to war. I am pretty sure they will. They are... Thing is, I do not think I can take them right now. I doubt it. I doubt it. Let's... For shits and giggles... Right, you're gonna go down there. It still leaves me with quite a lot of border to control. Send 5 divisions over there. 5 divisions over there. Hey. 5. And the special forces. What can we do? What can we do? What can we do? They'd probably be best off over here. God, if only I had some fighters ready, but I do not. I can start producing heavy monoplanes, but it's gonna be a while before they're ready to start deploying, isn't it? 1.94 a week. Okay, that's not monstrously terrible. I will be producing them at a halfway decent rate. And special forces. Half there, half there. Alright, boys. We might be going to war. Well, but sooner than anticipated. A little bit sooner than desired. A little bit sooner than anything and everything. Did we unlock anything all the cool here? They mentioned Old World Radar System. I have no idea where that would even be. You know what? Research manufacturing would actually be somewhat useful at this point. At least we can get to the border. Right, we've got 20 blimps. Get over there, lads. I mean,
Hello?
they got less shit than I was expecting. The ritual. Birth of a god. Right. I am going to save. Misa thinks. See? 2. 5. Approach the rotting effigy with hesitation. God, I think there's like 50,000 corpses in this thing at this point. Mother's vessel had made substantial progress since the shuffle in power and leadership of the choir. Not a glimpse of her original skeleton was left. Rotten blood had dripped from the chase they rested the half-finished body upon, pooling just before 5's feet. Child, Mother's echoed through the halls. Are you ready? A simple question for a complex predicament. 5 lowered her head. Yes, Mother. So if we're doing this, I should probably start deciphering their cipher or something. 546 days. Gonna take a while. Yes, Mother. You and the rest of the choir have done splendidly. All the sacrifices made, all the trivials and pain, they will not be forgotten. So rise, Mother breathed. Rise and sing for your mother. Sing for the future that awaits. The choir railed with 5 at the epicenter. They began Mother's song, a tune she had instilled within their every dream. The melody was dissonant, of strangled notes and off-tuned harmonies. But as they sang, the world responded, and the surroundings bathed in lilac light. Cracks rose up from the flooring to the ceiling. The air was stifling and gaseous, but a misstep now could not be afforded. And then, it was done. Dead silence loomed over the choir. Once the song was complete, Lysander could barely contain his emotions. Glee, apprehension, anticipation. His breathing was fast, utterly ambivalent to the horrid stench that tainted the air. Changes and expressions danced upon his face like pixies, and he seemed more alive now than he had been in the past 200 years. Oma, unburdened by such energy, crumpled to the ground, her skin grayed and stretched against her bones. Her body was already weakened from overuse with her powers before the ritual. This had just been the final nail in the coffin. But for what was lost, something was gained. A sound of a beating heart. The effigy pulsed, its veins thrumming with a soft amber akin to the fire of a candlelight. I feel like myself again, croaked the effigy. Its voice curdled and retched, but nonetheless Mother's. 5, she called. Step forward. Mother's words. They no longer emanated from the back of 5's mind like an active subconscious. They came from her mouth. Hearing Mother's voice with ears struck 5 with something sinister. It gave her the ironic notion that something was deeply wrong. You don't say. Mother shifted, leaning in. 5 stared up into the dark chasm where the eyes should have been. They were little more than foul pits of mismatched viscera. The sockets bore no eyes, but one would be mistaken to assume they couldn't see. Mother spoke again. This is your finest hour. I am your magnum opus. You have served your purpose. Those words had a finality to them. A shiver sprinted down 5's spine and terminated in her legs. 5 felt robbed of any of the satisfaction she had been holding out for. This moment had played through her head 100 times, each fantasy involving feelings like triumphs, glee, achievements, and pride. But now, all her mind could muster felt like a wretched stew. Its ingredients: apprehension, confusion, emptiness, and dread. You've had your doubts. Try as you may to conceal them from me, I've known of your uncertainty from the moment I revealed myself to you. Mother paused, shifting in place. The body squelched like the corpse of a farm animal dragged across the floor. But you've given me everything I've ever hoped for, and I can envision no better reward than ascension. One of the gargantuan fleshy hands thumped down next to 5, shaking the ground. Before she could even react, it pinned her arms against her body and pulled her closer. 5 could see through the gaps in the torso, the massive ribs ornamented with gold and silver that reminded her of the bars back in her cell. Five recovered from the shock, thrashing, screaming, fighting desperately against her fate. It made little difference. Upon contact, she was pulled apart at her seams. Her screams became gurgles, and then nothing. Lovely. Lovely. Does that... God damn it. God damn it, that... My by far best field commander. God damn it. I was using her. Okay, well, Robert Hardy, you're next. You're next, son. Get up here. Well, a lot of my commanders were just murdered, but other than that, everything is fine. Oh, I think I've already done this. I think I've already eaten those nations, actually, but... Right, Texas. What are you gonna do, Texas? What are you gonna do, Texas? What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do, little Texans? Anything? Nothing? Are you scared? Are you frightened? I fucking would be. This does upset my, Oh. No, here we go. The Texans are going to do something, unfortunately. 25. That's pretty awful. That's pretty terrible, actually. 45. That's pretty terrible, too, actually. I love how you already are starting to move all of my units around in retarded fashions. Oh, yeah, look at that. Yeah, that's what I was afraid of. Fucking air power. Lots and lots and lots of air power. The problem with that is that the air power is eventually just going to chew its way through me. Right, they don't have that much over there. They have a fair bit over there. Let's bring down you three companies. I can probably free up... another few companies like this.
Service guarantees
Psychic
citizenship.
Scream! Well, they're definitely getting through there, because there was only like 3 people there. Oh, God. See, this is why I fucking loathe the goddamn piece of shit fucking ass backwards. I hate the fucking old... I was like, oh, hey, they'll get bonus defense. Let's use the mechanic. And the mechanic is like, hey, I'm going to reposition all of your units so that the enemy gets multiple massive breakthroughs. Never trust the AI. Never trust the AI. The AI will fuck you harder than the enemy ever will. At least the enemy is trying to screw you. The AI just does it for shits and giggles. It just does it for reasons. I hate fucking the AI so bad. The AI is so bad. AI is so bad. The bonuses are just not worth it. That's what I hate so much about it.
Service
the fact that
guarantees
you are so encouraged to try to get the bonuses, but at the same time, the bonuses are nothing but a straight detriment once you really look into it. Alright, well, progress is being made on both flanks. This is good. The psychic scream of mother is, as usual, pretty effective. Continue forward, my lads. We're not stopping here. Forward, forwards, forever forwards. If we're going to have any hope of winning this, we are going to need some big, meaty surrounds, and we're going to need them fairly early, too. Honestly, I'm not entirely sure how... I really want to be launching spoiling attacks to stop them from sending in reinforcements, but I don't really have the extra forces to do so. I could attack there. I feel like I'd just get murdered if I did. Alright, did get that. Nice. Fairly confident I can hold on to it. You're marching in there. Let me do a spoiling attack to stop that, just because I think I might be able to get through. Right, start launching attacks. Inconvenience them. Inconvenience them greatly if at all possible. Would I like to launch the aircraft? Yes. Do the enemy have fighters? I fucking hope not. There, they're free. Get them in there. There you go. Beautiful. Alright, okay. Can we hold on to what we've got? You need fewer troops, apparently. Transfer those over to Morgan. Activate defenses. Hold on. At the very least, until we've crushed through those little shits. You may cancel this attack in the south. It is no longer necessary. Well, all of my aircraft hasn't been wiped off the map yet, so that's nice. That is going to be a nice big surround, though. That is developing to be a nice big meaty surround. Just so long as I don't get routed all of a sudden. Hold out, my little brothers. Hold out. With vim and vigor. It is a dark day for Texas. And a bright day for humanity. Well, actually, it might be a really fucking dark day for humanity too, considering the god I just brought into being, but let's not think too much about that, shall we? I prefer...
Heresy is the question. Fire is the answer.
I prefer not to think about it. Okay, well, I'm not dying over here. This is good. I probably don't need all of this now that I'm actually moving the front line, so let's reconsider our fortifications requirements. Pinhead, hey Blondie, what kind of zombie are you making? A psychic one, I think, that believes it's a god. It really kind of is the worst zombie. So, did you declare war on those? I hope you did. Are you still the... Fuck, you're still working on it, but you're close. God, I hope they declare war on those. If they do, then this war is going to turn around real quick, me suspects. Right, is there any way I can free up enough special forces to do another offensives? Jesus Christ, look at the amount of shit they've got to throw at me. Free up another 2 companies. Special forces are gonna need you up north ASAP. They are possibly giving me the opportunity for another snip. But boring name, Arch. Rename the Spec Op division to PsyOps. To be fair, yes, they should probably be like, Yes. Mother's Blades. That's fitting. Free repair, that would be useful. How's my aircraft doing? I'm losing some, but they're not all dead. A bit worried about this shit, because they can push up. Yep, exactly, that's what they did. Because they have actually got motorized stuff, and I do not have motorized stuff. Lots of divisions there, but less. Right, if my options are lots and less, I will go for less. Can I peel off yet further defenders? Let's find out. I mean, probably. They're not... They don't seem to be focusing a lot on the rivers, which I'm grateful for. Get that damn fight over with. Renegotiate these over here. I mean, they might just have thrown away 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 divisions. I would appreciate that if that turns out to be the case, and it certainly looks like it. Yes, little bit over-eager there, Texas. Little bit over-eager, I am afraid, yes. Yeah, sorry. Little over-eager there, should have let your air power do a bit more of the work. Greedy Texans, chat. Greedy fucking Texans. Wichita Falls for 7,500 people. Jesus Christ. I'm starting to get used to the casualty numbers, but we've sacrificed what? Is this 40,000 people now to Mother in the last couple of weeks? Hungry bitch. Remember, Knowles, your fault for using V as a commander in the first place. The odds of Mother screwing her over was so high I'd never take the chance building up V. Then true. Well, to be fair, there was hardly a whole lot of building up. She was already max level, so... I suppose in one way I didn't really lose all that much, and in the other I lost a lot. In one way I lost so little, in the other I lost so much. So we are currently taking donations to determine what a clan to play as in Vampire the Masquerade. Currently Tremere is in a commanding lead after Mercer Holt decided that he wanted to see us play Tremere. And he is an insistent gentleman, that Mercer Holt. Demand our rightful territory. From who? Mine? I'm pretty sure I've already wiped out that faction. Oh god, that might end up bugging something. Yay, we've researched triremes. Fuck yeah. Fuck yeah, triremes. Woohoo. Oh, we've got monoplanes now. Okay. That will actually be very useful. That will be stupendously useful. Triremes, yeah! Boats! Listen, chat, our technology is somewhat primitive, okay? Triremes is actually a pretty major breakthrough for us, okay? They're boats that are large and can ram stuff. That's a lot more than we had previously. A lot more than we had previously. You should be cheering. Their numbers are thinning. The Texan light is dimming. Soon, the Lone Star State will be... Actually, I don't know. I can't come up with a doomsday scenario that has something to do with Star. Oh, shit. Well, that was a lot of companies you brought in there. I mean, understandably, but still. Come on, Special Forces. Smashy, smashy. Good boys. Good boys. Good boys.
Hello, sir.
I've still got enough to send some punishing counterattacks into me. I don't think you're gonna get over there. I don't think you're gonna get over there either. How many do I have now? I have a lot. Okay, right. Military factories. Definitely military factories. Military, military, military. It's what we need. Did you declare war though? You did! Well, now that seems to have been a darn tootin' foolish decision, Texas. The Lone Star State looks at its southern border, looks at its northern border, decides to open both of them at once. Texas has decided Texas does not want to be independent no more. Texas wants to be Mexico. All right, Texas. I mean, you do you, I suppose. But I thought you were the ones supposed to be bullying Mexico, not get bullied by Mexico. Come on now. Weak, weak. Texas has grown tired of its independence. It wishes to become subservient to a fucking AI Santa Ana.
Service guarantees citizenship.
It's a sad day, chat. It's a sad day when Texas becomes subservient to Santa Ana. And a robot version of him, too. Not good, not good. You know, if you want to attack down here, I'm actually kind of happy for that. I'm actually entirely on board with that idea. Can I get more, blimps? Operating. That would be lovely.
Heresy's the question. Fire is the answer.
Next level Special Forces kit. Alright, I'm doing good on armor-piercing weapons. Doing good on basic weapons. Just need to make more bombers. A lot more bombers. Like I said, Texans, if you want to attack down here, not opposed to the idea. Not opposed to the idea at all. I'm all for it. Let's go, Texas. God, what I wouldn't do for a couple of Panzer divisions. I swear to fuck. Couple of armored divisions really would make this a very different war, a very different board game. Let's launch a spoiling attack in the north. Try and keep some of their reinforcements from flooding down south. We're not going to be intercepting all, but we're going to be intercepting some. Exploration for technology. Oh yeah, definitely. Go for it. 3. We should be smashing through here momentarily, right? Yes. Yes, we should. No problems. Come on. Shift those Texans out of the way.
Hello, sir.
Texas time is over. block those. No reinforcements, please. Texas days. There you go. Brilliant. We'll come to an end. You may cancel that attack, and you may launch it again in this direction. I don't have a psychic scream, do I? No, I don't. Come on, boys, just a little bit further. You got this. 4 divisions. Blah. God, I wish I could launch like a double-pronged assault here. And you're not really going to achieve much up there. But there's nothing really to attack worthwhile. Dark Innovator, just watched the woke right video. Arch, I agree that the right would make themselves see as bad as the left, especially in the eyes of the inclusive subgroup that fled the left for common sense. Oh, absolutely. And Barbarian and March, I would start looking at AT kit now. I do have some. I do have some already. I do need to actually get my fucking development up, though. I do have some. I should probably work it further up the line, though. 20mm rocket AA. Where's the anti-attack? There it is. Yeah, we should probably work on some rocket launches. Some incinerators. Right. They're not going to get through there, but the Spec Ops might very well still manage to bash their way brutally through that. Blah. Okay, you guys head down there. You're not really going to be able to set up a decent... Although, there's only 3 divisions there. 11 companies. Alright, halt the assault. They're pushing in too much shit. Counterattack in the north. Too much stuff is being pushed in. I shall be able to block that easy enough. Psychic Scream! 180 days cooldown, why? Why so long? Why so painfully fucking long? Oh, God. They just sent everything up here, didn't they? Actually, they're winning down south, too. Oh, Jesus. How many fucking divisions do this... Maybe we spoke too early. Holy shit. Okay. They just brought up enough divisions to launch counterattacks both against me and Santana at the same time. Jesus. Okie dokie, then. All that good advance for nothing. Tragic. They've also got a lot more stuff than me in the air, of course. Unsurprisingly, I was never expecting to outnumber them in the air, but would have been nice to. Right, where are you peeling stuff off from to free all of this up? You can probably peel off one more company. Need more nice big breakthroughs. That's what I need. I gotta do to them what I did to the previous bunch of shits. Gotta start snipping off larger portions of their stuff. And also, preferably get into positions where I'm not in, like, you know, this, where I'm completely surrounded on all sides and getting attacked. Ah, there we go. 10 divisions in there now. Again, my regular units are just not very good at anything offensive. At all. At least that's still a stalemate. God, they're... How the hell are you losing, Santana? How on God's good earth are you losing? I'm genuinely curious. How are you losing? See, I'm not going to be able to get out of here, am I? Because they can just continuously attack me from a million directions and actually get a... Well, they're still bleeding pretty badly from doing that, but... They are running out of supplies. They put way too much troops on this front line. I don't have any more special forces, Cap, do I? No, I do not. Nor am I going to. Right. Unlock a couple more levels of that. Unlock that one so I can get less supply count. At least then I'll be able to have better supply than them, which will count for something. It's a lot of divisions. Right. As soon as that offensive is over, try a counter thrust. Both directions.
Service guarantees citizenship.
And whilst we're doing that... Spoiling attack in the north. All I gotta do is get through. Well, I got through there. Can I get through anywhere else? No. Okay, cancel that. Blah, blah, blah. Resume attack with these four? No, I don't want to weaken that. It can slow me down so much just by continuously attacking me. And I don't have a good way of dealing with it. Counter spoiling attacks, going to fail, eat more divisions. Get more companies, more correctly. They are going to get pushed back over there. That's fine. I can just go to the other side of the river. In fact, that's probably advantageous.
Heresy's the question. Fire is the answer.
Cannot get through. Too much stuff. Simply just too much stuff. Right, let's pull back entirely. I need to reform somewhere further back. They are just too many companies there. Too many companies. Too many companies. How's the air war going? I've actually managed to do decently. Unleash our voice, still on cooldown. I am bleeding them so fucking badly, but I don't know if it's gonna be enough. Right. Let's begin production of another 10 of these. I don't know if I can even afford that, truly. Not really, no, I'm running out of support equipment. Okay, shit. Special Forces kit. Right. Begin producing more support equipment. I have to get some snips. I have to get some snips. It's the only way I can do stuff against a massively numerical superiority enemy is I gotta start cutting through some of their places, but to do that, I need deep penetrations, and to do that, I need to somehow bust through their lines quickly enough to not allow them to attack me from every direction. They have put a lot of divisions down here now. Right, Special Forces, try and try again until eventually you will, I hope, succeed. They're peeling off even more units over here. Right, we shall do the same. I really need to get some good hits in before they finish off Texas. Incinerator. Industry. Things. Tech. You know what? That would not be a terrible idea, and it's researched in literally a day, so why not? Extra defense. Again, definitely why not. Getting through their first line of defense is not the problem. It's getting through the second, third, fourth, and fifth line that's proving problematic. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 20, 21 units. Jesus. Okay, they're immediately starting to shift troops into the hole in the breach. Start moving stuff in as soon as possible. Actually, no, hold on to that. Shovel in whatever we have. I don't have any troops for any spoiling attacks to keep the routes open. That's the painful part. I could. Okay, I'll slow them down. Maybe, hopefully, buy enough time for the special forces to get through. Invade Tubehead. I believe we've probably finished that one too already. Okay, alright. Now we're starting to look at something. Alright. Okay, here we go. Now all I gotta do is keep this open. Keep it open and reduce it. Right, this is probably... Yes, it is. Okay. Oh god, I wish I could produce more blimps. What we're gonna do? Have you tried spy fuckery? Not really? I'm doing their little thingity-bob, their codes. I don't think it's done yet. I should probably try a little bit. Actually, where are my spies? I have forgotten where the spy tab is. That's probably the one, yes. Yeah, routing our decision. Okay, let's see. What can you even do in this mod with spies? Let's find out.
What's up?
Well, I'm not getting through there. Not yet, at least. Alright, well, the front is calming down. Good. Front is calming down. Good. Just chillax for a second or two. Allow me to recoup some of my strength. And then we shall try again. Except apparently the enemy is not interested in doing that. No, lay off me. What are your odds down here? Pretty good, actually. Okay, I'll take it. I miss Hearts of Iron 3. Oh, see, Hearts of Iron 3, when you got a unit completely surrounded, they would eventually start running out of organization. Like, they would gradually become less and less fit for fighting. Something that doesn't really happen in 4. Like, units... They get massive debuffs, of course, and they're certainly not going to be fighting as well when surrounded, but they don't get reduced. Like in 3, there was often a good chance to be like, okay, I'm not going to attack right away. I'm going to wait for a little bit, wait for them to run out of some supplies, and then attack. Twice in 2 lifetimes. Oh god, Santana's dead, isn't he? Intense and deadly fighting has ended in the jungle capital of Reynosa. The Provincial Republic of Texas forces cleared out robots and conscript forces from the entrenched positions. Reporters attached to frontline units stated the living soldiers in Reynos were being rounded up and prisoners of war, and any remaining holdouts were being dealt with via high explosive and flamer units. In addition, any remaining mechanized forces in the area under command of the Generalissimo were being eliminated through dedicated anti-armored teams. Civilians formerly under Santa's rule began to cautiously but surely exit their homes, marveling at the absence of the omniscient presence of deadly robots patrolling the streets. Although the Ejército's front in Reynosa was quickly evaporating, the Provisional Republic of Texas intelligence learned that Santa Anna was rallying his armies and air force to mount a counterattack and retake the city. While losing his capital was a heavy loss, the Generalissimo was not ready to go down without another fight or 10. I fucking hope so. Hold out there, Mexico. Hold out. Jesus. Do not disappoint me. Hold out, Mexico. Hold out. Otherwise, my enormous flesh monster of a deity will not be able to eat the world, and that would be tragic for all of us. I'm not sure that researching boats is really the most pressing thing I could be doing right now. But, you know, boats are cute. And so we're gonna research the boats. There we fucking are. That's a decent sized slice. Nicholas Mokarim Quitstoff. I have this weird image of Mother being a female version of John Goodman from his obese days. Is Vampire going to be old classic? New? It is going to be a little classic. And another donation to Tremere. Very nice. It is going to be 98% classic, but I am going to add in, of course, the unofficial community mod, obviously, because otherwise the game barely functions. So there's that. I will also be adding in the clan mod, because I haven't tried the clan mod. And apparently the clan mod adds in like a bunch of clan-specific quests and stuff, and new characters and companions and all kinds of cool stuff. And that sounds like a lot of fun, so we're going to try that one too. Push the momentum whilst we have it, and make sure we transfer over the aircraft again, of course. Bomb them, bomb them, bomb them now, bomb them now, bomb them now, bomb them, bomb them, bomb them now, bomb them now, 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 now. I've heard very good things about the clan mod, so we are definitely checking that out. I hope it doesn't make the game unbelievably unstable. Because the base game is already unbelievably unstable, so I am a pinch hesitant to add on mods on top of all that, but the idea of adding in even more quests, even more characters, and even more cool stuff, that's just too good to resist, frankly. Just too good to resist. Oh boy. The Black Lodge is growing again. How very unfortunate. Well, I hope New Canaan will prove a better adversary. Lovely. That is a good breakthrough there. That is a good breakthrough. They have seriously lost a lot of fighting power. And they've taken a nice heavy smack. Hope yet again rears its ugly head. Right, let's get the special forces off the front line again so we can use them for something more worthwhile than simply standing around holding. I don't like extending my front line. Have you weakened over here anymore? No. What about over here? Still the same. Okay. I want to get away from this area ASAP, because this is a place where I can get attacked from every fucking direction. Spend a moment to reorganize. Do I even want to hold it, or do I just want to leave it? I guess I should hold it with something. Send 4 companies down there, and we'll use the rest to break through. But worrying Arch, spies can make breakthroughs easier to do just by having them in places, not to mention some of the missions. Ah yeah, they do give intelligence bonuses, don't they? Yes, I should be using those more. Operations, the infiltrate army stuff. Yeah. In a situation where every bit counts, I should probably rely a lot more on that. God, I wish I had more special forces. Once again, we are being attacked from every direction. Darnation. Right, hold out, my darlings. Hold out, my darlings. The psychic cry can't possibly be that much farther away now, I'm sure. I'm sure. I'm certain of it. Blah. Blah indeed. Industrial tech? Foundry, resource gain, efficiency, frankly, kind of useless. Actually, what's my resources? Ah, yeah, my resources are still fine. My resources are still fine. More manpower, I guess. I am bleeding. I am always bleeding. I've gotten used to it by now. Doesn't really bother me anymore, you know? Land Doctrine, yeah, might as well start chipping away at that. If only I had like another 6 Special Forces divisions up here. I doubt they're gonna break through. It's gonna look promising for a little bit just because there's no enemies in their way, but it's gonna change tact awfully quickly, as it usually does, I'm afraid. On. Break their resistance. Oh, they did actually get through. Okay. I mean, I don't know if they can hold that breakthrough, but I'm certainly interested in letting them try. Backlines are getting awfully thin now. One more territory. More territory. One more step closer.
Heresy's the question. Fire is the
The moment
answer.
you get in there, immediately push the attack. Immediately. Oh, Psychic Scream. Fuck yeah. Go, go. Scream, bitch, scream! Make them worry that they're fighting something significantly worse than mere raiders. All battle psychers to active stations. Kill, crush, destroy, brainwash, murder. Send them just start uploading thousands of gigabytes of pornographic pictures of their mothers and sisters straight up into their brain pans. That shall be our strategy. You wish to resist the psychic choir? Well, allow me to display for you your entire family, intertwined in most disgusting carnal activities. If that doesn't crush the rare resistance, I do not know what actually will. This is your grand uncle and your grand aunt. Behold the horror.
Heresy is the question. Fire is the answer.
100 now. Ouchies. Ah, God damn it. Okay, call back the Air Force for a little bit. I really need to build up more air power before I can try to screw them over, I think. Sophisticated air tech. Yeah, I'm not gonna have that, am I? No, I don't think so. That is another big chunk of Texans, though. That is another nice, big, fat, heaping hunk of Texans. In fact, I think that might be the biggest Texan catch so far. Looking mighty nice. Bunch of super mutants in there. A little bit of power armor. Some wannabe sheriff cosplayers. All the good stuff. Right. Get to work, lads. You've got some pocket reducing to do. Super mutants. I do hate those. Let's crush those immediately. Against duty, the light spec ops tree, XP tree, ups their cap. I know, I think, have I? I don't know, have I? Have I, or which one is the one? This one? Because I know this one. Have you done this one? Is there more of this one? Red Forces, no commando supply, hardtack, organization, Special Forces breakthrough. I mean, I'd like that. What about this one? Combat, Special Forces, organization. Rising squadrons. Minimum capacity. Oh, there you go. Yes. Yeah, let's get those immediately. Another 6 Spec Ops divisions would be just what the doctor ordered. Let's begin building missile launchers. Why not? Right, keep building heavy monoplane fighters. We're going to need a lot more of them. I am going to run out of places to build factories, but that is fine. At least that means I'm building something, which is good. Wow, I sure hope the hangdogs don't declare war on me all of a sudden. Now that would be just fucking tragic. Renault's clan mod, as far as I can see, incompatible with the unofficial patch. So unless you have found one that works with UP, I think you're gonna have problems. Oh boy. Oh boy. I hope the unofficial patch, the clan mod has like most of the unofficial patch stuff in it then, because otherwise, it must have. It must have. Otherwise, that would be unplayable. Oh god, running out of time. Oh. One of my retards got captured. There, go, get, fetch, do. Okie dokie. Next breakthrough. right there. Let's be cheeky with this one. I feel like maybe we can get away with it. I feel like the front line is getting thin enough now to the point where we can do some cheeky breakies. Some real cheekies. The downside is, of course, that I'm not actually fast enough to really like, you know, just smash through or anything. So I'm kind of just walking placidly forward, which does give the opposition all the time in the known universe to get in front of me. Not ideal, but it is what it is. And at this point, I am getting somewhat used to it. I think maybe we could, Now, using motorized troops is cheating, and you damn well know it. Please refrain from using cars or other motorized means to maneuver. It is not fair to the rest of us, who literally don't even have horses. Alright, keep going. Keep going. That's it. That's it. We don't need no stinking horses. Our plappers are more than enough. Our feet can do it. Okay, that was a bit premature. Call that off. We're gonna get slaughtered. The pockets are getting easier to create. I like it. I enjoy that part of the video game the most. When there's not quite enough dudes in front of you anymore to stop you. That is always the best part of any military campaign. And another bunch of Texans go south. Surely they must be drawing troops from the south by now. Surely. I feel like, I don't know, I kind of feel like, von Letov during the First World War, where I'm looking southwards, or in that case, northwards, at Germany, barely holding on like, ach mein Gott, I must find some way to draw more people off down here. I must find some way to save Santa Ana. Fuck, it's getting more difficult to close too, though. Keep going in there. Just smash them together. You want that big, nice, fat, complete surround bonus for the big boys. The Black Lodge declare war on yet another helpless little nation. How? Listen, boys, we're on a bit of a schedule here. We have to save Santa Ana somehow. And we have to get enough territory to survive it when the Black Lodge finally comes knocking at our doors. That is another nice surround, though. How you doing, Anna? How you doing? Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Well, he's got some rivers to defend now, so maybe. I expect a lot more Mexican,
Service
a lot more
guarantee
Texan troops to be arriving any moment. Oh yes, capture the tube heads. Yes, thank you for reminding me, Mechanicus. I forgot about that. Owns XXI. Invites him in First People's Junction. What? What? I still don't have it, though, do I? Right. What is the requirement? Owns KXI station. Well, I don't know where that is. Ah. Okay, well, I do own it, so... What do you want from me, video game? Have I not owned it for long enough, perhaps? Maybe. Oh, no control. Yeah, that might be it. March on Dallas. I mean, I wish I could do that in the correct thing. Hang on, well, it's just gonna kick in the construction engineering then, I guess. More weapons manufacturing is not gonna be a bad thing, especially as I'm still behind the support equipment, but I am beginning to catch up. Our cipher has been broken by the enemy. What churlish faggotry is this? Gosh darn you. Right, another big snip. Right. Another big snip. Another big snip. Big, nice snip. I kinda... If I do a snip over here, I would get 1, 2, 3... 4 shared crossings. That might be more. How is my deployment going? Close. Okay. We're getting there. Because I'm somewhat hesitant about expanding my front line any further, honestly. I'm having a hard time as it is holding on to what I've got. Making my front line longer is perhaps not ideal. Maybe if I could... there's only 3, 4 crossings down there. At least that would cut off the enemy's army. If I can get all the way down there, that is. Right, that's what we're going to try to do. That's what we're going to try to do. That would include a whole heck of a lot of urban warfare.
Sir.
Which is less than perfectly ideal.
Haven't had a decent meal in weeks.
But it might give us the opportunity for a little bit of an ancillary snip, so... Get in. Assault, my darlings. Dallas is right there for the taking. Big, plump, chewy, delicious Dallas. I don't know, is Dallas delicious? What would be the taste of Dallas? Or is Dallas now just a defunct ghost town? One of the many failures of the American automobile industry. I feel like that, yeah, no. Is it? No. It isn't, right? Dallas? No? 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 What does Dallas taste like, chat? You should know. You're mostly Americans. Damn it. Couldn't get through there. Too much shit. Keep going. Uh, 15 infantry, non-combat support technology. 50%. Well, take it, I will. Only 1 unit. Why, yes. I will attack that. With everything I've got available. Dallas is California. Super rich and super corrupt. Kind of like a disgusting sugary flavored. Like sugar gone slightly wrong flavored.
Heresies.
Now, sugar doesn't really go
Fire is
wrong,
the
to be
answer.
fair, but you know when something is way too sugary, like it's actually a little disgusting? You bite into it and you just feel your teeth crunch into it and you're like, oh, I don't know about that. That would be the taste of Dallas then. Right, how am I doing on aircraft? I've got 35 in reserve, I've got 12 bombers, okay. Deploy the other fighter wing. Can I train these? I don't think I can. I'm building up till I've got 100 so that I can challenge their air superiority with you know, at least a chance of doing something to them. Right. There's still a lot down here. I mean, 9 companies might be able to break that. Right. Where are my reserves? Finally, they're done. Okay. Just build 1 batch of those, and these guys are going to need some training before they can be thrown into combat. We're not Americans. We're not sending people into, you know, the fires of war with 6 months of training. Jesus. Oh, my pretties. Bring liberation to the enemy. Liberate them from their flesh. Liberate them. God, I cannot wait for getting my fucking air power back up so I can protect myself against the enormous amount of damage their air power is doing to me constantly. It hurts a lot. It hurts so much I might actually not... 100 org damage, like sweet baby Jesus. Come on. Suffer your way through, we need that territory. 42. God, almost there. Almost fucking there. Almost there. So close. I might want to shimmy that airfield. Just a touch forward, too. Well, I was hoping that 9 companies might be able to break through 3 enemy companies, but not with that much air support, they're not. Close enough for government work. Get him in there. There. That'll inconvenience them somewhat. A momentary pause to restore a little bit of organization. And then onwards again. That is thin. That is too thin. That is too thin. Move those companies up there. That is too thin. We are not leaving the entire fate of our Special Forces Corps on 3 divisions of possessed. Oh, fuck. Well, if there were 3 divisions of them, I might, but 3 companies worth of possessed. No. No, 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 no. I do not think so. Right. Now that I am getting some air support, it's helping. They've still got more air support, but it's a heck of a lot less painful. Even if only marginally. Alright, good. One more territory seized. Smash through that before they get to reorganize themselves. Right, I expect some spicy counterattacks in a couple of seconds here. As the Texans are sure as hell gonna need it. Real Zardax, has the final solution been enacted upon the ponies yet? The Xenos Muffy Purge. Also, you Skipper Supers, Turo, Toka. Yes, they have been. They have been dealt with. They have been dealt with. They were dealt with by Caesar's Legion. Caesar's Legions wiped the ponies off the face of the earth. Tragically. There are many who will miss the ponies, no doubt. There are many who will miss the ponies over the alternative. Like the Caesar's Legions might too... Oh. Because you took that, and now there's a path open, and so now you're fully supplied again. Well, fuck me. Oh, fuck me indeed. And you're not ready, trained yet. God damn it. God damn it indeed. Alright, looks like we're continuing this offensive beyond the reasonable standards. You guys, turns out, we are Americans after all. You're not going to get to finish your training. You're getting deployed directly into the heat of battle. The fucking air damage is just so devastating. I mean, you're sort of kind of free to pour stuff over there if you want to. Although... we probably do want to stop you at some point. God, I can't even break through 3 units with all that air power over my head. All 12 of them, that's got to smash through pretty quickly, surely. I wish my 12 companies would be enough to deal with that. It's not. A little bit in front of them, just to discourage them from going full haywire behind me. 80 fucking damage, Jesus. The air power alone is practically enough to blunt the invasions now. It's not that much on this side of the surround. Get in, get through. I haven't been researching either. Lovely. I need to actually seriously consider starting to pick up anti-air weaponry, don't I? I actually do. The problem is, I can't really afford to build it, which will leave me in much the same predicament that I already find myself in.
Sir?
Right. Keep going. Jesus Christ! My own aren't really doing anything because they're getting shot down the moment they try. Right. Go on air intercept duties instead. Just try to keep those bombers off my fucking face. I cannot. They just... massive numerical superiority does not matter in the face of that kind of air power. Right. Try again. This time from all sides. Blitz through. Just hit their air forces. 61. There's fucking nothing I can do against that, is there? It's just... It literally just breaks all of my entire companies immediately, right off the bat, with an enormous wave of overwhelming air assaults. Holy shit. I feel like they've switched all of their air power on from the southern front now, and I'm just unable to move an inch because of it. Ah, now they're cutting me off. Lovely, perfect. Wonderful. I think this is a war that you should just surrender, frankly, to the angry Texans. As even if I manage to kill everything in front of me now, there's going to be even more stuff in front of me once I'm done with that stuff. Well, their air power has been kept out of the mix for a little bit. Still don't know if that's going to be enough to get me through, but it's certainly making it a little bit easier. And now all my supply lines under threat, of course, because they just flooded past me with all of their motorized units and their 5 million reserve divisions. Special forces troops are going to have to be thrown into the battle with basically no training or preparation. Not ideal. Oh, Texas. I can still not get through here, can I? Come on. Have to close this. Have to close this. That's another 2 dozen fucking units just flood in. Like, yes, we do indeed have infinite troops. I'm starting to realize that. I can't even do shit up here because there is so fucking unbelievably many units. There is no cutting him off anymore. They've once they brought up their other like 200 divisions from the south. Holy shit. If I could fucking get them through here though, that would be enormous, but I don't know if I fucking can. Okay, shift. Over units. Let's just get whatever else we can into this retarded meat grinder, which I cannot close. Attacking it from 3 different directions. I cannot close it. And I'm gonna start capping everything else that I can't catch up to. Right, we've got a couple more divisions here that we can probably peel off. Psychic Scream is, as always, on cooldown. I'm tempted to switch my target to Fort Worth, but I don't think I can get through there either. That's the problem. I'm pretty sure. Okay, let's set in a spoiler attack there. And maybe I can rush through quickly enough to get Fort Worth. Nope. Yeah, I think that just ends up killing me. Yep. Oh, Texas is fucking unbeatable like this. Yep, I think I'm dead. I'm dead with that. Alright. Is there anything I can do? Is there anything that can be done against that? They have... Oh, crashes. They have such an enormous superiority in divisions. Such an enormous superiority in air power. And I was forced into a war with them immediately. There are more Texans in that pocket than the entire army. I know! They have a lot more dudes than me. A lot more dudes than me. They have a lot more dudes than me. And I don't think force attack will do shit either. Like, I'm pretty sure... Okay, we can try it. I'm pretty sure force attack will just... fail equally poorly, because force attack is a terrible ability 9 times out of 10. Alright.
Hello.
I somehow need to not get encircled. That's point 1.
Hey.
Which is easier said than done.
Hey.
Unfortunately, easier said than done, and definitely force all of the units possible over there. Oh, it crashed the music player too, dumbass thing. There.
Hello.
All available forces must be sent into that. I think I'm running out of equipment too. Oh.
Hey.
I think I'm running out of equipment as well.
Hey there.
Psychic fucking scream.
Hello.
If only. If only Psychic Scream did not have that ludicrous cooldown. Now, it would be very good if you guys could move some dudes out of this pocket here. That would be fantastic. If you could perhaps move some of your guys out of the way. That would be amazing. Are they still on A intercept? They're not. Okay. A intercept, except for the, you know, bombers, of course. Right. Let's try the force attack. Make sure that the special forces are the ones attacking, and then these guys are just going to provide support. And we just need to nuke through, and quickly. Can't do shit against that. See, the big problem is none of my units have any offensive power. All of them just cannot attack, so... My 98% of my army is there singularly to hold the front line. Something that they don't even do particularly well, unfortunately.
Hey there.
You guys are done. Right, get your asses down here immediately. Even when force attack, we are making so little progress, it's painful. Something's going on, though. They're not sending in reinforcements this time. I don't know why. I am happy they're not doing it. I am tremendously pleased that they're not sending in any reinforcements. I'm overjoyed by the fact that they elected to just not help themselves at all there. Over fucking joyed by that. Thank you. A large enough AI blunder might still make this somewhat kind of possible. Thank you, AI. Without you, none of this would be possible. Unironically true. You so stubbornly forced everything you could into that hole for so long. Until you decided you didn't need to do that anymore. Saying that, let's not celebrate too early. I still haven't actually closed this god-awful pocket yet. The worst part is I'm not even sure it's a pocket, because I think that's their capital, which means that they're going to be sitting on all kinds of supplies in there. It might not actually be possible to starve them out of this position, but I sure as hell am going to try. Come now, hungry Texans. Lum Lum, Arch, Lum Lum made a new friend. Be proud of Lum Lum. That depends on the quality of your friend, Lum Lum. You know, it's easy to make friends with all kinds of weird creatures. But if Lum Lum brings back people of quality, then we shall praise Lum Lum. Well, that exhausted them. The cipher for the Provincial Republic of Texas is fully decrypted. That sounds like something I might want to use. Good work, little Lum Lum. You know what, Lum Lum should go get Total Biscuits. That would impress me. For several reasons. God, I do miss TB. I tell you, if he was still around, none of this woke nonsense would have happened. Actually, whatever. He was fully on board with that shit at the end. But you know, I like to think differently. I like to remind myself of the good rather than the tarded. I like to uphold the... How the fuck are you getting supplied? How the fuck are you getting supplied? How are you getting access to biscuits and bullets in there? How? You can't get over the river here, can you? No. How are you getting supplied? I mean, these guys I kind of get because they're sitting on their capital, but how the fuck are you guys receiving supplies? Well, this is awkward. This is awkward, unironically. Oh, yes, the fields are done, but they were immediately taken over by the enemy, so much for my airfields, I guess. Where are you little shits getting your supplies from? You are rookie special forces, but I hope that you will still be special enough to get in there.
Haven't had a decent meal in weeks.
I need to free up more special forces if I want to get in. If I want to get in there. Send 3 more companies. Can't get through there. I mean, they're surrounded, sort of. They're just not surrounded enough for it to matter, apparently. They can't be airdrops, chat, because we're currently contesting the airspace, so if they were dropping stuff via air, I suspect I'd see it. Pretty sure I would. Gliders. I should be intercepting it if they were supplying them via air. I think we might just have encountered one of those happy little moments in Hearts of Iron when the AI just when the AI just decides to bend the rules a little bit. One of those happy little moments. They happen quite frequently in Hearts of Iron. Hearts of Iron's AI is an AI that often takes liberties, shall we say, with its own rule set. I need to produce a lot more Special Forces kit, like yesterday. Why, yes, I am running out of room to build weapons factories. That's unfortunate, too. Right. Next step along the road. One province at a time. Oh. Immediately cancel because I see their air power is back in. 140 now. Fucking sweet baby Jesus. How? Well, the how is easy. It's because they're a much, much larger nation and they're cheating. God damn it. Alright, more Special Forces. A solution to most problems. More Special Forces and hoping and praying. I think I'd like to decipher your codes too now. Logistics. Let's actually do that. Yep, we're just gonna... reveal their codes for a moment. And hope that gives me enough of an edge. 92 fucking 90. God. Literally, they emerge, they wipe out 200. The air power emerge, wipe out my entire assaulting force, and then just fly back away again, I guess. Fucking look at that. That is such. That is an. Right. I think we can quite firmly say, chat, that there's no winning this war because, yeah. I think we can quite firmly say that this is not a war that can be won. Literally, the air power alone wipes out my entire assault force. Iraq 2003, yeah, pretty much. The air power alone wipes out my entire assault force as the enemy's divisions remain in perfect supply. Whilst being completely encircled. Yes. Well, I mean, I've encircled them. If I could actually close this pocket, there might be something I could do, but, literally, I am physically unable to assault anything without my entire army being instantaneously annihilated from the air. I do have fighters. Like, I do have fighters. The fighters are right here, but they are not enough, because I'm fighting a nation about 20 times my size. But we tried this war just to see if it's possible. No. The war is literally impossible. There is no winning the war against Texas at that point.
Service guarantees
Later
citizenship.
on, maybe. After enough build-up has been done, and enough actual air power and bombers of my own has been created, maybe. But there is no winning the war against Texas in 2200 and... what was it, 80? There is no hope in that. None whatsoever. I mean, I do have aircraft tech, but the thing is I can't build it. That's what I mean. If I have time to build up, then it's possible. But winning the war against Texas at that point in time? No. Straight impossible. Straight fucking up impossible. The moment they took out the Texans was when I couldn't... or the Texans, the Mexicans was when it became impossible to attack. Oh, hey. They're running out of supplies again. Maybe if I just sit here and wait for... nope, they're back in full supply again. Maybe if I sit here and wait an adequate number of months, they'll run out of supply or something. You know, I wish there was diplomacy in this mod. I wish there was the ability to go like, listen, this isn't going anywhere. Please. Could we not? Oh god, they're fucking slaughtering my aircraft too. 43-7, yep, because they've got the numerical superiority. A lot more build-up. A lot more build-up is the solution to this. And the Black Lodge is growing again. Hmm. I got them fairly close. Fairly close. But fairly close is not close enough, I'm afraid. If they let me sit here for long enough... How long would it take to produce enough AA for my whole army? Do I want to know the answer to that question? Not sure that I do. Right, I'll cancel air operations, because there is no point. If the enemy outnumbers you, don't. You will just kind of die. Three a day. How many thousand would I require? Yep, I don't think they're gonna give me that time. As the completely and utterly surrounded enemy, still in perfect supply, launch their off counteroffensive. Hearts of Iron. No, that war... Oh, ironically, the moment they... Listen, I have a lot of nice things to say about the new Hearts of Iron 4 supply system. It's way better than 3. But the fact that they actually receive worse supplies when they are relieved... I love that. Like, oh, we can access the rest of our nation again. We have less bullets now. I love that. I love that. No, we tried the war, chat, because you wanted the war. The war is impossible. The war is straight, unironically unwinnable. Not that point in time. It needs longer to prepare. It needs way longer to prepare. Then, it might be winnable. Then it might be doable. But at that point in the campaign, that war is not happening. Very, very much so. Luckily, I did save before that, thank Jesus. That is a lot of territory to give up. That is a lot of territory to give up. It is upsetting. It is hurtful. But it must be done. It must be done so that even more focus can be placed on building up a massive, enormous fuck-off air force. And then, maybe there might be a form of revenge. The Last Lodge's former core territories. Tube heads. Unfortunately, neither of those options are very appealing, as they too would lead to war with Texas. And this might actually be better, because now there's a lot more of their troops over here, which would be... You'd have the opportunity for a big surround early on by cutting them off right there. You do have to, of course, hold this entire front line against them at that point, but they're going to have to spread out their troops a lot too. If I'm lucky, they'll declare war on the hangdogs or something. Poor Santa Ana. Poor Santa Ana, holy shit. Oh, wow. Wow. Santa Ana did not have much of an army, did he? See, it felt differently when I was fighting like half of their stuff, but Jesus. Santa Ana does not have much of an army. Poor Santa Ana. He really should have been better prepared for the hell that was about to descend upon him. He really should have thought about this more properly before he decided to piss off his neighbors. Just like me, Santa Ana needed to build up a lot more. I'm probably going to do that. We're going to do a proper win of this campaign, though. We definitely are. So, we'll do one more. We'll do one more stream of it. One more stream of it. Because I do want to beat Texas, but that's going to need more stuff. A lot more stuff. A couple hours of just sitting there, watching as huge amounts of aircraft roll out of factories. And probably a few dozen bunkers being built. Maybe some stationary AI if we're if we're feeling spicy. 0. Against my better judgment, and despite my hatred for Idram, I am roughly caught up, and in conclusion, Uzulu defends Dev better than Dev defends Dev. Well, Dev hasn't even defended Dev yet. Although, I am intrigued to see what he's going to do with his little, his big video. That'll be nice. That'll be nice. We'll see when Dev actually begins making the counter-argument, if there is a solid counter-argument to be made. Or if Dev truly is in the wrong. That is what we will find out. Stay tuned. But until then, I am hungry now. I didn't have enough grilled cheese sandwich earlier on, so I am going to have more grilled cheese sandwich. Until then, chat, I will see you all again soon. Have a good night, chat.